he had to plan his sister's funeral as from when I'm speaking to you now, about 6 weeks ago, and now he's got to plan his brother-in-law. Hi, I'm Brandon. This is episode 7 of the Victory Bell podcast. As always, we are sponsored by Umbrella Peer Support, the world-class support group for any of your needs. Do feel free to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, come and see what we do. So before we start, I'd just like to give a quick shout out and a congratulations to FJ for his YouTube channel, FJ Basic Training Content. He's reached 1,000 subscribers. He's gone through a lot, so I'd like to give a massive congratulations to him. So today I'll just like to give, it's going to be quite deep today. So I'm going to be speaking about some, I'm not allowed to say the S word, so I have to say unalive. So there's going to be a content warning for that later on in the episode. So over the years, we've come across quite a few people on the Umbrella Peer Support group. And the one thing that we do find is people look at their past. I think we've all done it. Doesn't matter if you've got good mental health, bad mental health, whatever. We all look to our past. Because how I see it, we have good bit past, we have bad bit past. And sometimes the bad bit of your past does take over your mind. Now, I suppose I'm guilty of this because, I mean, I'm not just going to be speaking about Holly, by the way. I'm going to be speaking about other stuff. So, and I think when you're always thinking about the bad shit of your past, it holds you back. And when you're not given those tools, the encouragement, just something so you can move forward instead of looking back all the time, that's something that for me really helped me, because I know I've spoken, I suppose, like I've said before, therapists think I shit on them, but it's not so much I'm shitting on them, it's the fact it didn't work for me. Because some it might work for you, I'm not saying it doesn't, but the one therapist I remember, and it was when I was at my lowest point, and this is kind of how I look at things now, how I look at things with Umbrella, how I look at things with supporting people. The one thing the therapist didn't do is pity me. They drove me. Now when you really drive someone, if you like, you're giving them those tools, you're saying it how it is. That's what we do, because what's the point in mollycoddling you and going, oh, it's okay, 10 years ago, how do you feel? Like, what's the point? Like, so, my therapist, I was at my lowest point, my daughter just died. I was not in a good space, so what she did was she said, if you carry on with this shit, you're going to end up in prison. You're going to end up back on the streets. You're going to lose people because they won't want to be around you. So that's kind of what I remember, because that's driven me, because now I'm married, I've got a successful support group, I've got the YouTube channel, I've got TikTok channel, I've got people who look up to me now, who I even give some advice to my family, my brothers, if they need support. I can't give them financial support, so I'll give them advice. And I think the advice is a heck of a lot more important than anything else in life, because, like I say, I remember the good advice people give me. There's something that someone gave me years ago, like when I was out of work, for example. I was in between jobs, and he said, you need structure. And that's still in my head, because I've taken that literally. I said, okay, I need structure. So I need a job, I need hobbies, I need family, I need my social life. And those 3 words I took literal, because you do remember the good advice people give you. This is some of the things that we do. And the fact is, when over the years, like I said in the last episode, we come to the point where people don't need us anymore. I suppose in a way, we give the tools and the advice, and people go, thank you very much. And they remember our advice, they remember the support, and that's where they can go. We helped them because we got the life experience, we got those tools in the past. Yes, sometimes some of us do look in the past, like, I suppose sometimes I can sometimes be stuck in the past of Holly, like anniversaries, her birthdays. I think that's kind of understandable, but I've got better over the years because I was given that support and advice. Now, I'm going to go a little bit deeper on another end of the scale of something that's happened recently. So a friend of mine, I can't say the S words, I've got to say unalive, for some odd reason, TikTok. So, unfortunately, he unalived himself recently. He didn't take people's support and advice. Now, I can in a way understand from a perspective of him losing someone. So he lost his wife recently to cancer. He was nursing her. He was, they moved down to Devon from Surrey, and they just got married. They're my age, in their 30s. So they were young, and she became terminal, and she did pass away. Now, so her family planned the funeral. So the brother who I spoke to recently, he had to plan his sister's funeral as from when I'm speaking to you now, about 6 weeks ago. And now he's got to plan his brother-in-law's funeral because my friend didn't have any family. Now, I can understand 2 sides of the coin. I can understand his pain. I can understand his hurt from the person passing away, from his life partner passing away, because I can never imagine that. But I more feel sorry for the family, because that family have got to do the planning, telling people like myself that their relative died. You've got to plan all that again. You've got to go through all that pain again. my friend was staying at their house. They're all grieving, and I can't imagine what they're going through right now. So I, I do, as much as it pains me to say,